I think the most important thing for a startup is to build a brand uh, in the minds of its customer, a brand which the customer values. And I don't see lead generation and brand building as two divergent paths. I see these as absolutely, I mean, you're building a brand to get customers. If your brand building is not getting you customers, in any case, the brand building is ineffective. But if you're just in the business of getting some unknown individual to sign up and pay, which is what is like what when people say lead generation or brand building, the reason I continue to say I don't see that these two as separate things. One is to lead to the other, and actually it's the brand which has to lead to this. So mindlessly going after figuring out how to get some customer from somewhere, some affiliate channel, just signing up to buy something and not seeing actual movement of the brand wheel with the customer is anyways disastrous. I think all the money is going to be wasted if that is the way a customer is acquired and built. So I think it's a focus on what you need to communicate. Communications is important. Communications is super important. How you articulate your brand and whether you strike a chord with your customers. And are the customers then going to naturally adopt you, repeat with you, and spread the word, right? Any of these things when artificially hacked are, to my mind, disastrous. And I know there's a lot of growth hacking which is very popular nowadays, but we go back to the fundamentals when we look at customers and how they're adopting a product. We never look at we don't look at just vanity metrics like how many visitors have come in and how many have signed up, and we just go in, we say, okay, this is a great customer funnel, but we need to go back to the basics and see whether the customers are adopting the product and being with the product experience, or is this some technology machinery working at the back end to get the first few customers. Because see, in any case, when you're a year, 2 year down the line, you can easily separate the two. It's your first few customers where it's difficult to know unless you've gone the true Puritan route of build your communication, convince the customer, bring him or her on board. Unless you've gone through that loop, it's very difficult to say whether the early 100 orders you're getting or customers you have are for real, are going to stay, do they really believe in your product or not. And to specifically look at what are the cost-effective ways, I touched upon this earlier as well, that startups should look at content, communication, social, marketing, and again, stay away in the first 3-4 months of the commercial POC. Try and stay away from paid routes, because you're only going to be able to do so much with the paid route because your money is limited and you're not going to be able to show enough traction. And you would have spent your money, and yet investors are going to look at you and say, well, 5 orders a day, it really doesn't mean much. And if you need capital to now grow it from there, or you have 10 total customers. So unless it's like, unless it's a pure tech IP that an investor is investing in which case one would say it's a tech IP we are going behind, which means one would say even 3 strong customers who adopted the technology, and if one can have a chat with the customers, you know whether it's working or not. But B2C businesses need a much stronger commercial proof of concept, and for that they should stick to organic methods in the first few months of building customer traction.